a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerge from their tunnel, ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And how about this for a start? This is out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen.
Fields on first down. Flushed out right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. From the gun, here's Fields. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cards are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On play action, it's Rodgers. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He finds Riddick, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
The completion to Riddick. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Austin Eckler, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Off play action, Fields. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Here's Rodgers to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And some room to work. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time on the catch and run.
With that down and distance, no real surprise they decided to throw the ball. But I think where the surprise kicked in, the result. Short pass downfield. That ball got taken for a nice journey to turn into a big play.
Rodgers to throw once more. Eluding the pressure right. Going for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Winless to start the year at 0-2, and now they get the Thursday night game here in Week 3. So, I don't know, does the fact that they're back out so quickly, Charles, help or hurt their cause?
Oh, I say unequivocally help, because you always want a Thursday game earlier in the schedule rather than later, just because the grind of the season hasn't really set in yet. But also, if they can get a win here, they get a mini open week, recharge a little bit, and carry some fresh momentum into the rest of the season.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Escaping the pressure right. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach.
He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air, 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that cause you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So,
it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? So after the INT, it's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Flush to his right. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Rodgers going to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one, and I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. On 2nd and 15 now. Fields. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Aaron Rodgers keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing again on second down. Fields looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, it's Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing on second and long. Fields. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On second and 10, Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again, Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Alvin Kamara as the first half is winding down. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13.
27, Bears 14. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Rodgers now on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
On play action, Rodgers. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to look deep for more. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Let's go, team. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Watch that screen. Watch that screen. Safety screen.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Bears 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. On first down, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A good running there by Kamara on first down as he takes this ahead for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Fields now to throw. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Here's Fields. Steps away to his left. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to look deep for more. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields escaping the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 39. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. On play action, now Rodgers. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball...
Touchdown, Cardinals! Austin Eckler with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Cardinals get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Fields. He hits his target, Lockett. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. The full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. To throw is Fields. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
That'll give them 8 that time, and it's a 2nd down. A handoff, it's Eckler, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Let's put him on the bus. Let's put that team on the bus. Hey, check, Mike.
On 1st down, Rodgers going deep for Hopkins, and that is incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Check, Mike 21. Hey, check 26. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Hey, check.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. That was J.J. Watt getting in there and getting him to the ground.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
On third down, here's Eckler. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Fields. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now it's Fields. And my goodness, another interception.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw into the hands of Lockett.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 26.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Here's Fields. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
49.
On 2nd and goal, Fields throwing the out route and complete. That's Wilson. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Back to throw, Fields.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but This one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point attempt to follow here. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves.